I can't promise that this video will awaken you, but it will be a powerful guide on your journey. I would like to delve into the final step for awakening, as this step is very subtle. Yet, if it's not seen or brought into awareness, it could last forever. So this step is crucial, and if grasped, it could be the last video you will ever need to watch about awakening. So pay close attention and stick with me right through to the end. So as I explained in my last video, you are just one resistance away from awakening. Or one could say one identification away from uncovering the truth. There is no specific technique to break through this last step. It's more or less an effortless technique, effortless practice. Something very natural. You may sometimes experience your pure being, but unconsciously the mind pulls you back into the belief of being a person again. This is what we refer to as some coming and going into consciousness, which is simply, I would say, a matter of holding on to a certain identifications, whether physical or mental, that you believe in or not. So what each of us desires is this profound shift. We want to live directly from consciousness itself, and not from the perspective of a separate self. But in truth, you are already this infinite consciousness that over time loses sight of itself. I mean, consciousness somehow forgets itself, ends up identifying with something limited. It's often said that consciousness veils itself in order to fully immerse in the experience of this physical world. So when you return to the now, to the present moment, and tap into this unknown reality, the binary ego mind will try to appropriate this experience for itself. It might say things like, I am experiencing God, I am experiencing the universe, or even, I am awakened, that's it. Awakening is not for me anymore, I'm finally done seeking. So be very vigilant with the mind and don't buy into what this inner voice is telling you. Be very vigilant. So no matter what arises in your field of consciousness is not the truth, is not you. So I repeat, you are already consciousness. You are already that. So what is this persistent belief, whether tiny or strong, that keeps you from realizing what you are fundamentally? The key is to bring consciousness into this process of re-identification. Let me clear this up. So when you access this no-thought space, the key is to abide in it as much as possible, because this infinite space is your true nature. And being as consciousness itself is effortless. It takes no effort to be what you already are. You simply have to rest in that. There is no specific technique, no instruction manual to uncover what you already are. So it's more about letting go of what you are not, by not clinging to any inner event. Simply witness without clinging. And for this you need to stay fully aware. By being aware, you become able to see clearly and distinguish the true from the false. You will be able to perceive with distance what emerges, the thought that arises, the old pattern that show up, the re-identification process into a person that pops up. Whatever arises is completely not you. And I assure you that the last resistance of belief will eventually drop. What you are in essence cannot be seen. At some point, the stabilization of your being will naturally take place. And this can only happen now. It's as if there is a natural process of purification that unfolds. And remember this, God does all things well. Abide in pure consciousness as much as possible. That's my best advice. And trust in this process of letting go what you're not. So God accomplishes things step by step in this infinite now. That's quite paradoxical, isn't it? It seems that a kind of purification is taking place gradually. But all of this is simply the illusion of the separate self, fading away, making space for what has always been with you. It's so simple that you miss out on it. This infinite now, without personal entity. At some point you will realize that you are not a human experiencing peace, but rather peace experiencing a human. So who are you at your most intimate core? Much love.